Sports Radio Network, a division of Playfly Sports. Talkin' Terps with Coach Locksley is presented by Thompson Creek Window Company, a proud partner of the Maryland Terrapins. Thompson Creek designs, builds, and installs replacement windows from their local Maryland factory. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman. From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holliday.
Yes, sir, from Grill Marks in College Park, the best doggone food you've ever tasted. Love the chicken fingers. Johnny Holliday along with Maryland's head football coach, Michael Locksley. And we'll talk about the Terrapins football program for the next hour up until 8 o'clock tonight. And we have a great show tonight. We only have one more to go, Coach, and that'd be next Wednesday, is Thanksgiving Eve. And it means we've done like 10 years or however long you've been.
Which is about 1,000 years for you, right?
Sometimes it has been. Yeah. But what a great opportunity for this team. We've got Jalen Husky tonight coming in, the safety. We've also got Ethan Goff, the long snapper, who's a both guys just tremendous young guys. But what another great opportunity with a ranked team coming to town, Michigan. They're coming off a very close call against Northwestern. You guys had a tough time, but held Illinois to one of the fewest points they've scored all season long, and go out there and play and see what happens on Saturday.
Yeah, Michigan offers us an opportunity against a blue blood program. Over the years, I think 2 years ago, they won a national championship. They've got 2 losses. They come off a tough, gritty Northwestern win where they had 5 turnovers and still won the game. And that rarely happens in football at any level, to turn it over 5 times, still give yourself a chance to win, which shows a little bit about the character of the team. Sharon Moore, a guy I know really well, their head coach, he took over as the interim, was given the head coaching opportunity. One of those guys, he's a former O-line guy, so they're going to be a run-first team. Going to be really important for us to play defensive football the way we played last week, and then we've got to score points on offense. And to me, that's where the explosive plays haven't shown up the last couple of weeks, and we've challenged our offensive skill guys. Explosive players got to make plays, and you make explosive plays either winning one-on-one or offensively creating a scheme to get a guy open. And so we worked really hard to find ways to get explosives this week.
What's the secret to getting a running game going consistently, game after game? And it's been a challenge all season long in that category.
It is, Johnny. When you look at the good teams in college football, or the NFL for that matter, teams that run the ball usually have a chance to win.
Yeah.
And, what happened to us 2 weeks ago, the quarterback's ability to help the run game with his ability, because people have kind of loaded the box, played man coverage. And what we've got to do is Malik's got to open up the traditional run game by him making plays with his feet and arms and making them defend him as a runner as well. And we saw what that did for us against Rutgers 2 weeks ago, and we got to get back to that style. And to me, we've got to go faster, which gives us more opportunities. But our quarterback's got to be able to make some plays with his feet.
But 164 yards running from your quarterback's not going to happen every game.
No, but it opens up the other pieces of it. And because we've got it on tape.
So he's taking advantage of the situation.
He's taking advantage of the numbers. When they load the box, either you have to throw it or you have to run the quarterback or read one of the guys to what we call equalize the numbers in the run game.
When you look at your offensive line, you've had the same guys start every single game this year. They've got great protection for Malik. They've given up 4 sacks, only 3 of those to Malik Washington. They've done a good job in that category for you.
And you know what? When you think about the run game and the lack thereof of what this year has been, I don't think it really gives justice to the job of to have 5 guys go through a year. I can tell you very rarely have we played only 5 guys up front and made it through a whole season. And to see all 5 of those starters, and they're playing the lion's shares of the reps, because we've talked about our depth issues on our team. We have to have them play. But what those guys have done from day 1 to day 2 with a young quarterback, giving them the confidence, keeping them upright, keeping them from being sacked, that builds confidence. And I think what you'll continue to see is the run game will get going. Some of it's perimeter blocking, some of it's the technical part of our guys up front blocking the right guys. But we've got to get the run game going this week, and we've got to find explosives.
And some could be just the running back just picking the wrong way to attack the line.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of it's enough blame to go around for all of us.
Yeah.
As I always say, accountability is horizontal, meaning we got to do a better job of coaching. The running backs got to do a better job of finding open creases. And typically the way we've recruited that position, they naturally have the ability to make plays. And I saw DeJuan Williams break one early in the game, 1-on-1 in 1/3 of the field against a corner. And DeJuan's good enough to win that matchup. And that's where the explosives have to come from.
DeJuan caught 8 passes for 50 yards. He ran the ball for 43 yards. That's 93 yards of your total offense last week.
Yeah, a redshirt freshman who
Yeah.
a year ago didn't practice because he was coming off of an ACL. And so when you start looking at the guys that are leading us on offense and passing, rushing, to have young players like DeJuan Williams, to have Malik lead us in passing, it shows that we've got some talented young players that what we've got to do is they've got to learn how to win, and they've got to play with confidence, and then we've got to create the explosives.
When you look at what Malik has done this year, we always talk about the fact that he is a freshman, a true freshman, but he's among the top 1 or 2 in the country in almost every single category for a freshman. Still learning on the job, though?
Yeah, he's still learning on the job, and we talked about the fact that he missed all of training camp. He ended up having some minor surgery before the start of training camp, and to think that here's the guy that didn't practice until the last week of training camp. He had 4 days to get ready, basically after being all summer our starter, and has come in and done a tremendous job as a young quarterback. Has he played perfectly? No, but he's filling up his toolbox with this experience that I'm hoping we can put it all together this week, where we get him rushing the way he ran the ball against Rutgers and get him throwing the ball down the field and creating those explosive plays with our receivers and tight ends.
Yeah, Malik has thrown for 2,204 yards this year, 13 touchdowns, been picked off 7 times, and 216 completions. He averages 21 completions per game. That's a very impressive number.
It is, and we put a lot on a young quarterback with the protections. We're a team that huddles a lot now. If you watch him, he's out there orchestrating and telling everybody what to do as a freshman, and has really excelled at a high level. But what he's starting to see now is people have to game plan against him, and the experience of going against the different coverages, man coverage, cover 2, cover 4, it's starting to slow down for him, and that's the part where you'll see him really become the quarterback we think he can be.
Johnny Holiday with Maryland's head football coach Mike Locksley. We're at Grill Marks in College Park, all brought to you by our good friends at Thompson Creek Window Company, a proud partner of the Maryland Terrapins. Thompson Creek designs, they build, they install replacement windows from their local Maryland factory. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman markup. I should mention the fact that tonight one of our guests will be A.J. Francis, now on the wrestling circuit, and he's going to be quite a guest, I guarantee you.
Yeah, A.J. brings the energy every single time. Excited to have him back. I think he's got his food drive for our game.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Sean Merriman's going to be back in town for his coat drive. So great to see former Terps come back and give back to this community.
The amazing mosquitoes are telling us to wrap it.
Always.
I got the mosquito right there. We'll come back to Grill Marks in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Right. We're in the shot clock. The fade away from the left wing. It's good.
Nice.
How about that?
And one opportunity. Right on cue. It's Pharrell Payne.
Fire the 3-ball, and he got it. Iggy's got his second 3-pointer of the night.
Join Maryland Terrapins men's basketball at Xfinity Center as the Terrapins host the Michigan Wolverines Saturday, December 13th at 8 p.m. Get your ticket for this Big Ten matchup by visiting umterps.com/MBB tickets.
Come to Rosecroft Raceway for live racing Mondays and Thursdays from now until the 18th of December. Post time is 7:15 p.m. Open every day for simulcast, live boxing and banquet space. Visit us anytime at rosecroft.com.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light?
I'm here, Bud Light.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light here.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light where?
Bud Light here?
Oh, Bud Light there.
I missed that because of you.
You did not miss that play because of me.
Have to stop talking this way?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What'd I miss?
I have no idea.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Washington play action, getting some pressure up the middle. Now he's going to run to the left sideline, across the 30, 45 to the 40, down the sideline to the 30, and run out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holliday.
Every sack is the sack to give back for every sack the Terrapins make this season. Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to feed our neighbors in need right here in College Park. Johnny Holliday, Maryland's head football coach Michael Locksley. The Terrapins trying to get back on that winning track with the game against Michigan on Saturday. Terps at 4-6, and the Wolverines come in 8-2, ranked number 18 in the country. They have lost only one game in the Big Ten. They lost at Oklahoma, and they lost to Wisconsin, USC, and that's the only two losses they've suffered this year.
Yeah, and again, you know, they're trying to get it together. They have a freshman quarterback in Bryce Underwood, who was highly recruited, much like Malik Washington, and a guy that has the ability to make plays with his arm and with his feet. Really strong running game. And then on defense, you know, they took over a brand new defensive coordinator in Wink Martindale, former coordinator there with the New York Giants, spent some time down here in Baltimore as well with the Ravens. And so veteran coordinators, Chip Lindsey, their coordinator on offense, two first-year coordinators. And so what you're seeing out of Michigan, they got a big game after ours, Ohio State.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping we catch those guys coming in, and more worried about next week. And for us, we're in what we call play-on football, where, I mean, we've got to win this one to have a chance to extend our season. So still have a lot to play for this young team.
Coach, when you look at the running backs, Jordan Marshall is a sophomore from Ohio. He's got 10 touchdowns. Also, another running back who may not play, Justice Hayes, is a young junior guy from Alpharetta, Georgia. He's also got 10 touchdowns.
Yeah,
they run the ball quite well.
They do, and as I said earlier, Sharon Moore is a O-line coach by heart. That's their head coach. Understands the run game. You know, he was there under Coach Harbaugh, which, you know, Pep Hamilton spent time there at Michigan with Sharon when he was there under Coach Harbaugh. And so the run game has always been the focal point, a bunch of tight end shifts, movements. They do running back by committee. two really strong runners that, they're a 1-2 punch. They actually have a third one that also spends some time getting carries, and they'll check our oil. The last 3 games we've had 51. We averaged at about 50 direct runs in our A or B gaps. Last week we got some healthy bodies back. We had big Bryce Jenkins back a week ago. Joel Starling showed back up, and so to be able to have some of those bigger bodies, they showed up in that goal line stance a week ago. To stop the run, you got to have those big bodies, and we need all of those guys this week.
When they beat Northwestern last week on a field goal as time expired, they win that with 24-22. This kid, Andrew Marsh, in your world, he's number 4, I'm sure. And this guy had 12 catches, 189 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns on the year. Their leading receiver with 37 catches, almost 600 yards. And he's not a big kid. He's only 6 feet, like 190, and a freshman.
Yeah, and it was I think it was his most productive game to date.
Yep.
Number 1, McCulley was a guy we faced a couple years ago, an Indiana transfer. But Marsh had a big game for those guys last year or last week as a freshman, over 180 yards receiving, a bunch of opportunities. And again, a lot of his catches came off of the shot plays, the play actions off the run, which a week ago became an Achilles heel for us, where when we're in man coverage, we got to play with great eye discipline. And so we got to do a great job of knowing where number 4 is and number 1.
You've beaten Michigan one time.
Yeah, that was back in 2014. I remember it well. Yeah. Up at Michigan. And again, this is a team that over the years has been a ranked team. They're 18th in the country. They got a big game against Ohio State a week after us. This is a great opportunity because, like I said, most of the kids in my program are used to playing with their backs against the wall, and basically it's a fight or flight. And I can tell you this team has shown fight week in and week out, and they'll show up and we'll show up and play hard.
And you look at the Wolverines' numbers, they average 27 points a game. They rush for 223. They throw the football for 195. It's a pretty good balanced attack and 418 yards of total offense per game.
Yeah, they're close to 200 rushing, 200 passing, which, as you know, is the barometer for balance, being able to do both really well. What most people have done this time of year in the Big Ten is, and this is what we've built our team to do, whoever's able to effectively run the ball and stop the run and then protect it and create explosives usually wins the game in this league this late in the year.
We've got a senior coming on. It's senior day, incidentally, at CQ Stadium against Michigan. And one of the seniors with us tonight is Jalen Husky, the safety. He'll be our first guest coming up on the Mike Locksley edition of Maryland Terrapins football from Grill Marks in College Park. Back in a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Check this concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Whose hand is that?
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Waiting for the snap from Goff. McPherson puts it down. The kick is up by O'Hare, and it is good.
From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holliday.
And welcome back, everybody. We're at Grill Marks. Happy to have you joining us tonight all around the state of Maryland for Talking Terps with Maryland's head football coach, Michael Locksley. Want to welcome all the members of the Black Alumni Association to our show tonight.
Yeah, how about that? Grill Marks. Love it.
Thank you guys for coming by. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And thanks for all that you do as well. Coach, you got a great guest here tonight. The safety, Jalen Husky, played for John Kelly up there at Quince Orchard. Went to Bowling Green for a cup of coffee. Discovered, no, that's not for me. I got to come to Maryland, closer to home. And what a great job this young man's done.
Yeah, and he represents, if you look at the two guests tonight, we've got old and kind of new seniors. And this is the new landscape that college football has become, because we got Ethan Goff, our long snapper, who will be on next 5 years here or 4 years here in this program. And then Jalen transferred in a year ago out of Bowling Green. And we kind of screwed his world up because he came here as a corner. And we had some injuries at safety last year. And after, I think, the Michigan State game, we came and asked him to move the safety. He was not very happy about it. But I think all of a sudden now, with the NFL calling his name as one of the top safeties in the country, it was probably the right move. What do you think, Jay?
I think it all worked out great.
Hey, he's got 11 career interceptions, 4 this year with Maryland.
Yeah, great ball skills, great range. When you have a safety that has the ability to play man coverage, we bring him down out of the middle of the field to play slot receivers, to cover tight ends, to cover backs out of the backfield. And then he's also shown the propensity of being a really strong tackler. This guy, he'll play a long time. We've had a bunch of guys drafted out of our secondary the last few years, and this guy is one of those guys that I think he'll hear his name called pretty early this year.
When you played at Quince Orchard, you guys won the state championship 4 years ago in 2021, playing for Coach John Kelly up there at Quince Orchard. How much of an effect did he have on you being where you are today?
A huge effect. Even then, back then, he helped guide my process when I was in high school, helping me figure out a place to go. And then, he was a big factor in me getting in the portal and testing out the waters. And then when I decided I wanted to come home, he was all for it, and he thought it was a great opportunity. So I'm really thankful for him and grateful for him.
Was your head swirling in the portal with so many people after you to come play for us, everybody's got the same pitch, right? What was the difference in Maryland and Coach Locksley getting you here?
I just think the opportunity here to be in front of my family and play for my home state, there's a lot of pride in that, and I don't take it for granted at all. I'm really, really happy that I had the opportunity to come here and play for a black head coach, and that was something that was actually important to me. My other schools, that wasn't what it was. I was really, it felt like family when I came here. It was nothing
different.
It was nothing that I haven't done before. It felt like I was around people that I've known my whole life, and the first time I met them in person. So,
yeah. Quick question for you, Jay. Last year, I get this asked at every press conference. They all want to know about the morale of our team. 6-game losing streak. Obviously, none of us are happy. I got to do a better job coaching. As I told you guys got to do a better job of playing. What's the difference in last year and this year? Because there's a noticeable difference for me as a coach. As a player, what's the difference for you?
There's no flinch in our team. Last year when we were losing, it was a lot of divide in our locker room. And this year, there's none of that. I mean, we have the same attitude when we come into work as we did when we were 4-0. There's no change. We're still just as happy and still just as grateful to get to work and go to practice every single day as we were when we were undefeated, as we are now on this little losing skid.
But you got to have that kind of confidence, don't you? You got to feel that way, or the whole thing unravels if you don't feel that way.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that's not always the case, though. So that's why I'm extremely happy and extremely prideful in how our team has played and continued to work despite not getting the results that we wanted this year.
What's the secret of all the interceptions you've had? You've had 4 this year.
You know, just a lot of film and when the ball's in the air, attacking it like a receiver.
What's been the biggest thing you've learned? You've been at 2 different programs. What's the biggest thing you've learned about the game of football at both places?
I think that relationships are the biggest thing for me. You know, I had one great relationship at my last school, and here I feel like I have a million, you know, like, and that's what I feel like has taken my game to a next level. I'm able to really look at my coaches and my peers as family, and I completely trust them and they completely trust me. And so when I'm on the field, I'm playing completely free, and I'm able to be at my best.
I would imagine you're a role model for young kids who want to play football, and seeing what you've done coming out of Quince Orchard, then going to Bowling Green, coming to Maryland, and seeing the way that you handle yourself. You've worked your tail off to get where you are today. And young kids say, I want to be like Jalen Husky.
Yeah, I would hope so. You know, I mean, I really do.
I want to be like Jalen.
You know, especially that's one of my biggest goals is being able to be an inspiration, even for my little brothers. I have 3 little brothers. They're all about to go in. 2 of them are in high school, and one of them is about to go in high school.
Oh.
And you know, just showing them and the rest of my family that no matter what you want to do, as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. And I feel like I've done that throughout my career. You know, it hasn't always been all peaches and cream, but you know, as long as you keep working, you go to work with a smile on your face, something good will come from it.
What's it going to take to upset Michigan Saturday?
Just doing our job.
Do what you got to do.
Yep.
Don't worry about them. Worry about what you got to do.
Exactly.
All the best, buddy. Thanks for being with us. Keep it going.
Thank you.
All right, Jalen Husky with us. Abbott and the Big Ten are back with a We Give blood drive. You can show up to donate blood to help your school win $1 million. That would be Maryland. For student or community health, you can score a limited edition Maryland Terps tee and save some lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott and get in the game. We'll come back with long snapper Ethan Goff in just a minute, a former DeMatha Stag, as we talk Maryland football with Coach Locksley on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Some things.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light?
I'm here, Bud Light.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light here.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light where?
Bud Light here?
Oh, Bud Light there.
I missed that because of you.
You did not miss that play because of me.
Tough to stop talking this way?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What I miss?
I have no idea.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
We're in the shot clock. The fade away from the left wing. It's good.
Nice.
How about that?
And one opportunity. Right on cue. It's Pharrell Payne.
Fires a 3-ball, and he got it. Iggy's got his second 3-pointer of the night.
Join Maryland Terrapins men's basketball at Xfinity Center as the Terrapins host the Michigan Wolverines Saturday, December 13th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets for this Big Ten matchup by visiting umterps.com/MVB tickets.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
On the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Washington will keep it. He's across midfield. He may go all the way. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Second play of the game. And it is 7-0 Maryland on a 73-yard run by Malik Washington.
From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holliday.
Well, we've heard from Jalen Husky. Now we're going to hear from the long snapper for the Terrapins, Ethan Goff, who played over there at DeMatha right down the road. And you come to Maryland, you've had a tremendous, tremendous career, and all the recognition you have received is well-deserved.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your time. It's always a great time getting to speak with you, Mr. Holliday.
Oh, thank you very much. Nice political answer.
What a great guest this is. And I love having Ethan on when Dustin asked what guest we wanted, because I can remember at my press conference a week ago where I talked about seniors that have been in the program, and I asked the reporters, I said, do you guys even know who Ethan Goff is? Because most people don't know your name until you do what? Screw up.
Yep.
Right? He's the long snapper. He's been our starter from the time he walked on campus. A lot of people take long snapping for granted, but there's nothing more important than the start of a kick, a punt, that you just want to have the comfort level. It's like having great insurance. He's like a Lord of London policy, that this guy has been the most consistent player on special teams for 4 years. And then we went right back to the well to get his backup, who replaced him in high school, and now the next guy coming in behind him is a former DeMatha long snapper. And this guy, he's a God wears blue, or what do y'all say at DeMatha? One DeMatha?
Yeah, one DeMatha.
DeMatha.
Yep.
And he makes Tom Ponton very happy.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly. Have you always been a snapper?
So I started when I was about 6.
How about DeMatha? What'd you play at DeMatha?
So DeMatha, I started as a long snapper sophomore year through senior year, but I was a center on the freshman team, and I was the backup snapper on varsity freshman year. But yeah, I really started long snapping when I was about 6 years old. I still played every other position. I played, D-line and O-line and all that. But my brother was at DeMatha, who's 8 years older than me, and he ended up showing me how to, snap the ball. And I always carried that with me until I got to 8th grade, and my goal was to make varsity as a freshman. And so,
and you did.
I would snap, 50 to 100 balls a day, just with my dad in the yard, and working to make that happen.
And let me give you a tip, Johnny. If you have a kid that you want to get a scholarship to go play football, and maybe they don't have a lot of athletic ability, he has athletic ability, but if you don't, teach them how to long snap when they're 8 years old, because that, whether it's long or short snapping, that is a skill that is needed. We had John Kondo, if you remember John Kondo, who played, I think, 16 years in the NFL. He was a backup linebacker here that we used to make snap part-time, and then it became his full-time job, and he made a career. And there's no doubt in my mind that this guy will have opportunities on Sunday if Wall Street doesn't beat the NFL out.
Talk a little bit about the timing between you and the holder and the kicker. Everybody's different over the past couple of years that you've been here.
Right, yeah. No, I started off with Joe Petrino, who was our starting kicker my freshman year, and I got to start 2 games with him. So he was pretty quick to the ball and everything. And then after him, we had Chad, obviously, who is now kicking on Sundays with the Arizona Cardinals.
Mr.
And then,
Automatic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my last 2 years, we had Jack House. And now this year, we have Sean, who, is very just down to the point. He's just like, okay, just got to kick the ball through. He never really thinks about anything more than just, hey, put it through the big yellow things.
I think people forget also the fact, Ethan, that it's the same as Michael Hershey over the football. You've got to make the calls on the offensive line before you snap the ball, and you got some 6'5", 325-pound guy breathing down your neck. It's got a cold cocky when you snap that ball.
Yeah, no, definitely. You just got to attack it, and just, hey, your job comes first. My job is to snap the ball and give the best. Really service our punter and service our kicker in the best way that I can, and that's by giving perfect laces on field goals and then just giving a strike on punts.
And let me tell you, Johnny, the punt snap a little different than Michael Hershey. He's snapping it 5 yards. This guy's snapping it back to a guy. How deep is our punter?
About 14, 15 yards.
15 yards, and he has to put it on the hip perfectly. Like, imagine throwing the ball between your legs and having to put it at a specific spot for the punter to be able to have the timing.
So McPherson wants it right here.
Yeah, no, definitely right hip or
right.
He likes the thigh board, the right thigh board. That's his big goal for me. So I always just try to hit that down there and just make his job as easy as I can.
Oh my God.
Very technical, and that's why when I tell you about a long snapper, this thing isn't just, hey, let's just go snap it back there. Like, it's a science. It's timing and spacing. And this guy has put the ball that we have had very few issues over the last 4 years when he's been our short snapper and long snapper, which are 2 different types of snaps.
What's the most satisfying thing as you think back over your time here at Maryland that you've achieved individually or as the team?
Really as a team, I really loved when we had that game-winning field goal against Nebraska away. That was 2 years ago. We were fortunate, came down to really the snap, hold, and kick, and we were able to execute that. We carried our kicker, Jack, off the field, and we also – that made us bowl eligible, and that was the earliest we've been bowl eligible in my career since my freshman year.
You got 2 games. You're talking about bowl eligible. You win these 2 games, you become bowl eligible.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good. You know exactly what has to be done.
Yep, 100%. We just need guys to attack each day and really just attack each rep, attack each play on the field, and really just take it play by play instead of, looking at the entire drive that you got to do. Just play by play, 4 to 6 seconds of really putting together a good effort on the field.
My turn for the question. Got it. Ethan, I asked this of Jalen. All right. On special teams, we ask you guys every week to make one game-changing play. For you, what does that one game-changing play look like for you?
For me, it's really just, giving a perfect snap to Bryce and then either, if I got a block, then doing my job and covering downfield with just max effort. That's really how I've lived my life and how I've, pushed my career. Is just all about effort. It's just, you only have so much time to play this game, and so you might as well just go as hard as you can.
All out. Ethan, 100%. Thank you, buddy. Great to have you with us. All the best on Saturday and the following game, and hopefully the bowl game, too.
Yes, sir, 100%.
Great to have you with us.
You guys.
Ethan Goff, the Lance Snapper at Maryland. We'll come back and a little wrestling talk coming up with A.J. Francis in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Marylanders.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
Before we talk avid Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
In Ocean City, Maryland, having fun is kind of our thing. I mean, look at these two. They're all about having fun. That's fun. This is fun. Whoa. Too much fun? Nah, no such thing. Because here, even leg day is fun. So head to the coast and, well, just coast. Pump up the volume, or just pump up the pool floaty. From the boardwalk to the bay, come discover somewhere to smile about.
Shot clock. The fade away from the left wing. It's good.
Nice.
How about that?
And one opportunity. Right on cue. It's Pharrell Payne.
Fired the 3-ball, and he got it. Iggy's got his second 3-pointer of the night.
Join Maryland Terrapins men's basketball at Xfinity Center as the Terrapins host the Michigan Wolverines Saturday, December 13th at 8 p.m. Get your ticket for this Big Ten matchup by visiting umterps.com/MBB tickets.
Listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
That goes to Malik. And the freshman in the pocket. Down the middle. Got a man complete. Dorian Fleming, the tight end. He's got a Toyota first down.
From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holliday.
We're going to take you back in time a little bit because back in 2008 to 2012, he played defensive line at the University of Maryland. Now A.J. Francis making mucho dinero on the wrestling circuit. Is it Top Dollar or is it Dollar or Sugar Bear? I don't know what to call you.
It's just A.J. Francis.
A.J. Francis.
Yeah, I did some research.
I see you got past that first scroll of the Wikipedia page.
Hey, great to see you, man. A lot of great memories, Coach, when we see a guy like this.
It is. And earlier I was talking to Ethan and I said something about God wears blue, but it was because I was thinking about AJ, Gonzaga grad, that you guys believe God wears purple. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And we still putting out top prospects. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we get more to keep coming to Maryland. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We still doing it.
Maybe he gives some of that TNA check.
I want to get that TNA cap, man. You got to send me one of those, baby.
I'll send it to you.
You want to go 2 out of 3 in a hand wrestling thing later on?
I'll let you win the first one. I'll let you win the first one.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens after that.
How about memories of Maryland, AJ?
Oh, man. I mean, like I said to you last night on the other broadcast at halftime of the basketball game, most of my best memories here at Maryland I can't share on the air. You know what I'm saying? But, I did love, my time here. And it actually, I was talking about it like one of the things that I felt helped me become as successful as I have been in my life was the fact that I spent so much time dedicating myself to a craft here at Maryland. And I learned like the benefits of hard work. I learned what comes when you have an opportunity to prove that you deserve everything that you say you do. And, I redshirted my first year at Maryland. Like that whole year, all I did was get better and better and better and better. And I don't think I could have started as a true freshman, but I deserved to start as a redshirt freshman. And that's a level of dedication that you have to put in. And that's not just in football, that's in life. And I felt like I learned that here at Maryland.
And Johnny, here's a guy that is multifaceted in that football player, made a career, the Dolphins, the Commanders, rapper. Has put out some
just
rap.
dropped the new album Dear Summer, streaming on all platforms.
See, there we go. And then he's also in the wrestling world and has been in a few different wrestling leagues. So when you talk about a guy that would have thrived in maybe the NIL era, I can remember he did a song, a rap song. He did Black and Yellow.
I did call it
even
Fear
though
the
we're
Turtle.
black and gold.
Hey, but
yellow.
the song was called Fear the Turtle.
Fear the Turtle.
But here's the thing, like, yes, in this NIL, if I would have lived in the NIL era, I'd be worth 5 times as much money.
He'd have been in the portal every year.
I would have just had to renegotiate. Hey, let's renegotiate.
Yeah, but how much did you make in the offseason as an Uber driver when you were in the Dolphins?
About $5,000, though.
I can't believe
about
that.
About 5 bands.
You actually drove an Uber in the offseason?
You got to understand, man, when you come into the NFL, I was undrafted. I played 6 years in the league, but I was undrafted.
I know.
So when them first 2 years, you ain't really got no money. You starting from negative, right? So in the off season, I could spend all the money I had been making in the season, or I'm done at noon every day. Uber just popped off, and I end up getting a bag from Uber because they was trying to get the law passed in Miami. Remember when Uber first came out?
Oh yeah,
people didn't even want it in a city because the cabbies was like, "Yo, we losing money, we can't do this." Da da da. So like the cab union or whatever it is in Miami, like went on strike, and like they were like, "We can't have Uber." So like I was like a lobbyist for Uber. They cut me a check, so. Clearly, it was
320-pound lobbyist for Uber. Like a cab driver's going to walk up to him and say, "Hey, man, get that Uber up out of here."
Hey, how about the guy in the back seat saying, "Look like you might have played some football"?
Yeah, literally every day of my life.
When did you sign with WWE?
I left the NFL in 2018, September 2018, and then I spent the next year and 3 months training. I started my training literally in November, so like. After I was done playing football, I was still a free agent in the NFL. And actually, when I was training for my WWE tryout, my agent called me and said, "Hey, the Browns and the Raiders want to bring you in for the offseason roster." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. Like, I like what I'm doing now." So, like, and then I ended up signing with WWE literally 8 months after that in January 2020. I'm in WWE till 2023. And then I spent the last 2 years in TNA. So it's been a crazy ride. I've actually been wrestling longer than I played in the NFL officially now that October's passed. So it's actually crazy to me that I've been wrestling this long.
All right, I'm going to bring up some names you may remember. Okay. Alex Kane, Mr. Thomas, Navarro, Brian Idol, all guys you flattened in the ring.
And you can keep going. You know what I'm saying? I put Matt Hardy through a table. So, I've done some great things in my wrestling career.
Let's talk about some things you've done. Great things outside of wrestling, because I know you're here this weekend, not just to support Coach Locks, the Terps, in our play on battle against Michigan, but you got your food drive.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about the food drive, the importance of it, why you do it, and why it's been a big deal for you.
Yeah, so I grew up I grew up in Pioneer City in Severn, Maryland. I grew up right, next to Fort Meade Army Base. My parents actually went to Meade High School. My dad was the football coach at Meade High School, so that whole area is my home. And there's a place there called Sarah's House, and it's a shelter for mostly children, but families as well. And we've been doing events for them, trunk or treat, celebrity basketball games, toy drives. We've been doing events since I was a little kid, literally since my dad's been doing this forever. So 9 years ago, I decided to make my own canned food drive. And about 6 years ago, I decided to partner 7 years ago, I decided to partner with the University of Maryland. And let me say, this is, I'm not just because I'm here and because you got me food. The facts are no, coaching staff or administration has helped me more in actually getting things done for the canned food drive than Locks, right?
Yeah,
so that's a fact. So that's a bona fide fact. So, Locks has put me in touch with the right people. He's made sure things happen. He's given me access that I didn't always have before, even though I am a famous alum. He's helped me because he actually knows me, right? And it's nothing against those guys that were here before because I didn't play for them. They don't know me. But Locks knows me, and he knows me personally. He knows my father. Him and my dad text, right? So,
Dad gets all the big Locks clothes.
Yeah,
him and my father-in-law. Now the skinny Locks.
Well, just bring the canned food tomorrow, Saturday for the game against Michigan.
Absolutely.
A lot of gates, and just flood the gates.
And we're going to be at all the gates for the entry. And, we got an opportunity to bring breakfast bars, diapers, baby formula, canned goods, non-perishables, anything you think they could use at the shelter, man.
Okay.
Make sure that we can use it and give it at the gates for the game against Michigan.
It was great last night. This is better today. Thanks for being with us, AJ. Great to see you. AJ Francis, one of the best to ever play at the University of Maryland. Back with Coach in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Terps fan.
All right, Terps. This year, I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
To Rice. So we're in the shot clock. The fade away from the left wing. It's good.
Nice.
How about that?
And one opportunity. Right on cue. It's Pharrell Payne.
Fires the three ball, and he got it. Iggy's got his second three-pointer of the night.
Join Maryland Terrapins men's basketball at Xfinity Center as the Terrapins host the Michigan Wolverines Saturday, December 13th at 8 p.m. Get your ticket for this Big Ten matchup by visiting umterps.com/MVB tickets.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And now, for a limited time, it's our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on everything. There's never been a better time to buy.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You got a Bud Light? Bud Light?
I'm here, Bud Light.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light here.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light where?
Bud Light here?
Oh, Bud Light there.
I missed that because of you.
You did not miss that play because of me.
Have to stop talking this way?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What'd I miss?
I have no idea.
Your comfort means more than just a warm home this season. With a $49 36-point heating inspection, our experts make sure your system is safe, efficient, and ready for the cold. And because giving back is part of who we are, every inspection supports Toys for Tots, with FH Fur donating the proceeds up to $10,000. Comfort for you, joy for them. That's FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts! Keep the ideas coming, team! Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million! Hey, whose hand is that?
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more?
5 more. Think of Maryland sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Washington gets the shotgun snap. Malik's got to run. Puts his head down. He's got the first down across midfield. To the 45 or the 40. He may go all the way again. Gets a block and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From Grill Marks in College Park, here's Coach Mike Locksley and the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, Johnny Holiday.
It is time to go Toyota, legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Let's go to CQ Stadium Saturday and knock off the Michigan Wolverines. A big test and a heck of a win for you, Coach.
It
if
is.
You can pull this off.
It will be, and really important for us to continue to develop this young squad. We need to get this win that gives us a chance for another one to continue to play on. And I know this team's putting the work in. I'm excited about this opportunity.
All the best on Saturday, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Alex Camponi, our engineer up in Baltimore. Tom Marquito's been alongside. For Coach Locksley, I'm Johnny Holiday. Thanks for being with us. Good night from College Park.
This is Talkin' Terps with Coach Locks on the Maryland Sports Radio.